Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
So in Raven territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 47. They run, Devontae Freeman. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, it's Freeman, and he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 38.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal from just inside the 5.
The 4-yard line.
They'll run here with Freeman. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want...
Yeah, he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Devontae Freeman. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Next the score, Steelers 7, Ravens 0. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he'll throw right away. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with Hill. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Gain of a yard.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Ravens.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Hill. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. Then he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And 7.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
10, Ravens nothing.
$13 yards remaining on second down. On the handoff, it's Hill. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Johnson on the return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you have two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 29-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll hand it off now. Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
You use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a man in his second season in purple and black, it's Mark Ingram. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Jackson to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point now by Boswell. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward. An absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll power his way up near the 25.
Justice Hill,
and it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's a gain
on a 2nd and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On the return, Johnson. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
47-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
so well.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now the 2nd down throw on target. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Boswell for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Steelers 23. Ravens nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we got for circle around twice to the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
10-10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Freeman again. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Like 20. 58, come on. I got you, pop. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Fielded at the 20. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
At the 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Time. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
Roethlisberger's pass intercepted by the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Nothing.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
A loss of 2 yards.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. His spot in the 4th quarter to that deficit.